Welcome everyone to the tutorial in which we are having a look at the concepts and the vocabulary and phrases that we associate with the functions of management. Okay, so there are basically four key functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Planning means setting goals and outlining steps to achieve them efficiently. Organizing means arranging resources and structuring teams to meet objectives. Leading means motivating and guiding people towards shared goals. And controlling means monitoring progress and making adjustments to stay on track. You can subdivide these concepts further, but we can talk about four major functions of management. So what do managers do on a daily basis? So managers engage in these four fundamental functions: planning goals, organizing resources, leading teams, controlling outcomes to meet objectives effectively. Key vocabulary around these concepts would be things like functions, processes, performance, and objectives, which highlight the basis of managerial roles across industries. Management is a continuous cycle where evaluating leads to renewed planning, driving ongoing improvement. So management is not linear, it's circular, like a sort of ever-expanding spiral. So you've got to plan, set objectives, and devise strategies to guide the organization towards its goals. You got to organize, arrange resources, and assign tasks to structure efforts effectively for goal achievement. Leading, motivate and direct team members to execute plans and foster a productive work environment. Controlling, monitor performance, compare results against plans, and implement corrective actions if needed. So break these down a little bit further. As we said, planning is the process of setting goals and deciding how to achieve them through what should be careful preparation and foresight. Some of the key verbs we'd associate with this are set, as in set objectives; forecast, as in forecast future conditions; strategize, as in strategize approaches; and allocate, as in allocate resources. For example, a manager plans next quarter's sales targets and defines the key steps required to meet those targets successfully. Organizing means arranging resources and assigning roles to meet objectives, ensuring that tasks are allocated efficiently. Key vocabulary on organizing: structure, hierarchy, delegation, coordination. These are all essential concepts that you'll come across in organizing. For example, she organized the project team and assigned clear responsibilities, which improved workflow and accountability. Leading means motivating and guiding people to achieve goals, ensuring everyone works together effectively. Key vocabulary in the field of leading: vocabulary like motivate, influence, inspire, communicate vision. For example, our team led us successfully through a challenging product launch by inspiring and motivating them. Controlling involves monitoring and evaluating progress and making necessary adjustments to keep plans on track. Key vocabulary here would be evaluate, assess, performance indicators or key performance indicators, PIs or KPIs. Corrective action, these are the type of terms that you would associate with controlling. The branch manager monitored sales and the branch manager monitored sales data regularly to control performance and implement corrective measures that improved results. Now, obviously, these four concepts don't exist in isolation. They overlap and they interact. They're interconnected functions. So planning, organizing, leading, controlling are interdependent, each influencing and supporting the others for successful management. Key management concepts around this type of phenomenon be integration, ensures all functions work as one; alignment, keeps goals consistent; efficiency, maximizes resource use across all functions. So integration, alignment, and maximize, these are the type of words, verbs in particular, words that you would associate with combining functions. So just some example of some common phrases that you might come across within these different fields. So for the function of planning, we said the common verbs: plan, forecast, aim. For example, we plan our targets annually. We could say we forecast our targets annually, but that would mean something slightly different. Organizing, common verbs would be assign, coordinate. She coordinates the sales team. Leading, common verbs be motivate, inspire. He motivates his staff effectively. Controlling, verbs like review and adjust. They adjust budgets based on quarterly results. So different functions we would associate with different verbs. So something to think about for yourself. Again, you don't have to write anything down, just think about it. Consider which of the four management functions: planning, organizing, leading, controlling, you use most in your role or would use in the role you aspire to have. Identify which function you find most challenging and why, or which you would find most challenging and why if you were in that type of role. And think about key vocabulary: goal setting, prioritizing, delegating, motivating, to describe your experience. If you want, you can also write a couple of sentences that explains how you plan and control a project from start to finish. So if you're already in a management position, you can think about how you do things already. And if you aspire to a management position, you can think about how you would like to do things. Again, making sure that you use and reflect on the highlighted vocabulary in this tutorial. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you in the next one.